morning, class. Welcome to another wonderful week of business statistics. It's week 6 we're in. That means after we finish this week, we are officially 50% done, halfway done. It's a big milestone, I think. And congratulations to you all. I think you guys are doing an awesome job. Hanging in there, trying your best. So this was, I was looking at the syllabus, and I'm going to have to say this probably is going to be the toughest week of the whole entire course, in my opinion, simply because it looks like there's more reading. You got half of, or probably 2/3 of Chapter 8 and all of Chapter 9 to read. And Chapter 8 is the last bit of probability, which, like I said, I think is the hardest to wrap your brain around in the course. Chapter 9 gets a little easier, I think. Still, it's just more work than what we're used to doing. A little tip for calculations for Chapter 9 material with respect to sample size and calculating that. PHStat is the tool. There's actually a little drop-down menu for calculating sample sizes within that, so it's like super helpful. Good job on the discussion last week. I just wanted to note that contingency tables, very useful tool for presenting and analyzing your data. One little tip, because I make tables all the time here in my wonderful job, and more often than not, you'll report out percentages or proportions of cases within your tables, not just the raw counts. So that's why it's very important to point the reader whether you're calculating row percentages versus column percentages, because the second you start converting your raw counts to a percentage, they can only go one way and not both ways, because they won't sum to 100% both ways. Does that make sense? It should. But I know it trips a lot of people up. Even my bosses, I'll say, these are the row percents for a particular demographic group or grade level, and they're like, well, why don't these add up to 100? And they're adding up to over 157%. I'm like, because they're row percents. They're not column percents. It says right there at the top. Anyhow, I did put just a small little discussion for this week. It's just a brain teaser to get you to think about the normal curve, because as you get reading and thinking about statistics, everything is based on the bell curve, or the normal distribution. It's an interesting assumption that we make. I tend to think of it as almost, I don't know if this is a good example or analogy, but it's religious in the sense that in order to believe statistics, you got to believe things are normally distributed in order to have any faith in the reliability and validity of one's statistics. So, and the interesting thing is, when you get a big sample size or population, more often than not, things are normally distributed. So it's kind of a unique phenomenon that exists. So that's that for this week. Like I said, if you want to finish up your paper as well, I know several people have done that, get it in by this week. That's that 5 extra credit points off the total score you'll get. And that's it. I hope all is well with you all. It is freezing cold here in Italy now. The weather has turned, I wouldn't say freezing, but it's colder. Fall has fell upon us, so we just turned our clocks back this weekend. So now we're all on the same 6-hour difference again to the East Coast. So, all right, well, that's it. Like I said, any questions, just ask. I'm here. Doug's here. Let's make it another great week, and then we're halfway done. Ciao.